Good day, students. Welcome to the lecture series on HRT 304, Permanent Tree Crops Production. Today we'll be discussing study session 1, Principles and Operations in Tree Crops Production. Crops are domesticated plants that grow on our farms, orchards, and gardens. These crops vary in their nutritional requirements, soil, and weather needs, susceptibility to pests and diseases, etc. Similarly, the parts of the crop that meet man's need equally vary. Therefore, the cultivation and production of crop are based on the principles which have inbuilt guidelines that meet the nature of each crop type. In this study session, therefore, you will read and study general principles of crop production. When you have studied this session, you should be able to enumerate the factors that influence production of crops, distinguish between climatic and edaphic factors in crop production, distinguish between climatic and weather conditions, and also describe the economic factors associated with permanent tree crops. Factors that influence the production of tree crops are mainly climatic, edaphic, and economic factors. What are climatic factors now? First and foremost, let us define climate. Climate is the average weather condition of a place over a period of 35 to 40 years. And the major elements that make up the weather are rainfall, precipitation, temperature, relative humidity, wind, sunlight, and solar radiation. Rainfall, on the other hand, this is a collection of water vapor in the sky in the form of cloud, which leads to the formation of water droplets in the cloud. The cloud later releases its water droplets to the earth's surface in form of precipitation. Collection of precipitation leads to rainfall, and rainfall is what we see that waters the plant. Solar radiation or sunlight. The solar system is made up of the sun at the center and satellite objects rotating around it. The sun, which is at the center, is a very large object that is burning away every second. The heat and light generated by the burning sun is emitted to the circling satellite, which revolves around it. The earth, which is the third object in the solar system and the second to the sun, derives its light and heat energy from the sun. Some crops are sensitive to day length and the amount of the heat that is available in the environment. Some crops require larger nights to initiate the process of flowering, while some are day length neutral. Heavy cloud reduces the available light for light reactions and photosynthesis. Now we'll talk about temperature. The resultant effect of solar radiation on the earth's surface is temperature, which is measured in either degree Celsius or degree Fahrenheit. During the day, when the rays of the sunlight on the direct surface of earth, the temperature is often higher than when it is in the night. During the night, the sources of heat are reflections, refractions, radiation, emission from heated earthly bodies. Relative humidity now. Relative humidity is the measure of the moisture present in the air compared with the maximum moisture, that is saturation moisture, that the air can take at that particular temperature. Relative humidity affects the assimilation, absorption, transportation, and transpiration reaction taking place in crops. Winds. All crop and indeed all living things need air. Air in motion is called wind. The wind may be mild or strong. Strong winds are storms and cyclones which cause damage to crops depending on the nature of the crop. Now we move to pests and diseases. Crops respond to their environment variables that do not constitute climatic elements. These variables include pests and diseases. What are pests? Pests are small animals that damage crops either on the field while growing or cause damage to crops during storage. Pests range from small insects as bugs, butterflies, locusts, midgets, aphids, caterpillars to medium or large animals such as rats, rabbits, grass cutters, antelopes, and others. Some underground worms attack crop roots, e.g. nematodes. They also cause physical damage to crops. Roots, shoots, leaves, flowers, tubers, stems, and seeds. What are diseases? Diseases are caused by microscopic organisms in crops. Diseased crops are crops that cannot perform all the necessary biological function at the optimal level of the crop. Oftentimes, the crop exhibits symptoms of stress, dysfunction due to disease. In some cases, dysfunction may be due to non-availability of some nutrients. Edaphic factors now. Edaphic factors include soil factors. Soil is the medium on which crops grow, though we now have projects whereby crops grow on water. That is the hydrophilic medium of agriculture, which is a new method that is in existence in some of the developed countries. But in Nigeria, where we are, crops only grow on soil and maintain their existence through the elements and the ingredients in the soil. Most of the elements are often present in the soil. However, they are not always available to the crops. Soil fertility now. A soil is said to be fertile when it contains large quantity of crop nutrients. As mentioned earlier, a soil that is rich in macro and micronutrients is required in required quantities by the crop is a good soil for crop production. The most crucial of these elements include nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, iron, magnesium, manganese, and zinc. In all, 16 chemical elements are needed for crop growth, and the above elements can be present in the soil. The rate at which they are made available in the soil depends on the soil acidity. What is soil acidity now? Soil acidity is a measure of the hydroxyl ion concentration in the soil. When the concentration of hydrogen ion is higher than that of hydroxyl ion, the soil is said to be acidic. When the concentration of both hydrogen and hydroxyl ion are the same, the soil is said to be neutral. And when the soil is acidic, some elements are released to the crops, while some are tied up. A reverse condition occurs if the soil is alkaline. Soil physical characteristics. Soil are made up of physical particles such as rocks and mineral matter. The level of integration of this particle determines the nature of the soil. The rock particles are classified into aggregates as small stones, sand, coarse particles, and fine particles. Silt and clay. Similarly, the broken down organic matter can be classified into two groups based on size. Since reactions take place at the surface level of the particles, the available soil nutrients will depend on the particle surface area with which the mass/volume of the particle is concerned. Let's discuss briefly on the nature of crops. Crops vary in their needs for water, nutrients, sunshine, and day length, and agronomic management strategies. For example, water is very critical in the growth and production of sugarcane, bananas, plantain, rubber, and to some extent oil palm and pawpaw. Whereas in the production of cotton, groundnut, and beans, sunshine and daylight are the most critical. I believe you have learned one or two things from this study session. We'll meet in the next study session where we'll discuss more into details on plantation crops. Thanks for listening.